Hello there. Hey guys. So I'm cooking dinner right now, and so it's kind of strange because I'm not doing a cooking demonstration, but while I was cooking dinner I had this thought that I wanted to share with you guys. So ignore me if I have to check on my food that's cooking right now. Nothing special. We're just having some pan sauteed chicken breasts and some smothered cabbage and deviled eggs. So just, dinner idea. But anyway, so as I was getting my meal ready and getting everything prepared, I started thinking about, if you guys have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They love to watch those life hack videos. I'm sure you've seen them. So it's people that have come up with crazy things to improve something or take a shortcut, and sometimes they're really clever. And I was thinking about some of the keto life hacks that I've, come up with or seen other people use or that I use every day, and I thought you guys would appreciate them too. So I'm going to share with you a couple of my fave things, okay? So one of my really favorite things is this spiralizer. So I use this to make my zoodles or my vegetable noodles. And this is one of those really cheap ones that I got at Walmart. I think it was like $5, but I love this thing. So I'm going to show you how it works if you're not familiar with zoodles or noodles. So in place of pasta, we'll use zucchini noodles. Or I'll just use that to stir fry anything that I would normally use noodles for. Then we'll use zoodles or either zucchini or squash. And if I'm making salad, sometimes I'll do it with a cucumber. So there's lots of things you can do with this. You can spiralize carrots, even though carrots aren't keto or low carb. You can still, you can use it for whatever. So anyway, I got this at Walmart. What you do is just take your vegetable and you just start twisting like this, and see, it makes these. You see that? Beautiful spirals out of whatever it is that you're putting into it. The kids love this. So if you need help in the kitchen, you say, hey, can somebody come do my zoodles or whatever, and they will be all over it in a second, and they're going to come running to help you. So this is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets, and you can see it makes these beautiful little noodles. I mean, how easy is that? So that's one of my faves. This thing, everybody probably already has it in your kitchen, but what I want to tell you about it is why it's so good for keto cooking is because it's one of those things where you probably didn't know this information or probably didn't think about it. This cheese grater. Now, what I'm about to tell you about this cheese grater is probably going to change the way that you think about cheese, okay? You really need to use this cheese grater. You need to start buying the cheese that you have to grate yourself, and I'll tell you why. Pre-shredded cheese always comes, I'm sure you've seen that powder-like substance on it, that coating on it, so it doesn't stick together in the bag. Do you know what that is? Some people have said cornstarch or potato starch. No, it's cellulose. Do you know what cellulose is? It is it's made out of wood. It's like wood shavings, basically. Powder fine wood shavings is what they make it, and that's what they use to keep the cheese from sticking together. So it's fine for ingestion, but it's really not great for you. So shred your cheese yourself and do yourself a favor, or do your health a favor. And so even though it's not a life hack, I just thought you should know that information because I didn't know that until just recently. This is another thing that I love. Love. I use it all the time, and I'll tell you what I use it for. This is what I use to strain my bacon grease. So if you are cooking keto and you are not saving your bacon grease, shame on you. Because like today I am smothering some cabbage to go with our chicken, and I use bacon grease to saute the cabbage in before I started, when I started to smother it down. So I save my bacon grease, and that's what I cook pretty much a lot of our food in. If I don't use coconut oil or really good olive oil, then I use the bacon grease, especially when I'm cooking the vegetables. It just adds such a really good flavor. But you have to strain it because you don't want all those bits of really hard cooked bacon in your food. So use this little guy and strain it. I use an empty jar, and I just strain it into an empty jar and keep it in the fridge, and it keeps forever. And it's really good to little hack there. One of the other things that I love, and this is not necessarily a kitchen hack, but it's kind of like a keto hack. These little, I don't know if you can see that, it's just a great value brand of liquid sweetener. This is stevia sweetener, so it doesn't have any yucky stuff in it. I keep this in a little Ziploc baggie in my purse. So when we go to restaurants or things like that, and usually all restaurants are going to have for you if you order unsweet tea is sweet and low or equal, and that's not really, it is sugar free, but it has ingredients that we don't really really like if you're eating clean keto. So I take this with me everywhere I go and just put it in my purse, and I just keep it in the baggie just in case for some reason it got squished and got opened or something like that. So that's one of my fave things that I keep in my purse. There's some crazy things in my purse, y'all. This probably isn't one of the craziest things, but I do love it. Okay, so moving on. Food scale. So if you don't have a food scale and you're cooking keto or low carb, it's really a good idea you get one. I got this guy off of Amazon, and I think it was like $12. But what I love about it and why it's such a good thing to have is because a lot of times if you see a recipe and it comes from like someone wrote it that's from in like a European country or like Australia, it's the measurements are not converted the same. So a lot of times they're in grams. And so this has saved me a lot of time from having to look up conversions because I can switch it to grams. And so it'll measure out my ingredients in grams, and I don't have to do all that fooling around trying to figure out how many ounces is 7 grams of, you know, sweetener or whatever. So this is a really, really good thing that I like to use. Helps me out a lot. So let me turn my chicken really quick. I hear it talking to me in the pan. Okay. So chicken is turned. So one of the other things that I use a lot, and I don't know if a lot of you other moms do, but see that guy right over there, right over there? That is my crock pot. Whoa, that is my crock pot. And I use my crock pot a lot because we, all of our kids are involved in activities, after school activities. We do softball, and we do glee club, and we do baseball, and we do soccer, and we do dance, and we do all kinds of stuff. So we're gone a lot. So I still use my crock pot a lot, and you can do a lot of keto-friendly meals in the crock pot. I do my salsa chicken in there. I do roast. I still do my roast in there. I do lots of things in my crock pot, and there's, you know, really still good keto cooking that you can do in the crock pot. So don't throw out the crock pot because you're eating keto. You can still use that guy. One of my new favorite items is this guy right here. I don't know if you can see it. My air fryer. If you do not have an air fryer, you need an air fryer. So buffalo wings. We had buffalo wings last night. Season them up, throw those bad boys in the air fryer. In I think 18 minutes, they're done, and you just throw some buffalo sauce on them. Totally keto. There's 0 carbs in that, and it's amazing. So easy, so quick, very little cleanup. I'll throw the kids. We get all natural chicken nuggets. I'll put those in there, and they're done in like 6 minutes. Pretty much anything that you would normally fry or bake, we do in the air fryer. All kinds of things we do in there. I will do vegetables, just you name it, you can cook it in the air fryer. There are so many things that you can use that air fryer with. I'll cook our bacon sometimes in the air fryer. If I'm getting dressed and don't really have time to stand over the stove watching the bacon, I'll slap it in the air fryer and it's done pretty quickly. One of the other things that I use a lot still too is my Instapot. There are some really good keto meals that you can do in the Instapot that you really don't want to slow cook, you know, in the slow cooker, but like butter chicken. There's a great keto version of butter chicken. I'm going to have to do that recipe for you guys soon because if you've never had butter chicken, it's Indian. I get a lot of requests for Indian dishes. You're going to love it. It's really, really good. And that is one of the best ways I found to cook it is in the Instapot. It's like literally in 20 minutes and you can have dinner on the table. Lots of other good things that you can do in the Instapot too. Also, you can do, you know, chicken in there. Lots and lots of really good things. So those are just a few of my keto life hacks or keto kitchen hacks. Drop some comments below and tell me if there's a really good one that you have, that you use, that maybe I don't know about or didn't mention today. There's a lot more. I don't want to keep you guys too long. But I just, you know, these are the things that make my life really simple through the day. I would have to say my top 3 are the air fryer is amazing. I love that guy. The spiralizer, that is really, really, we use that a lot. And then probably I'd have to say the food scale. So those are my top 3 picks, and I will I'm going to do a blog post about my keto hacks and kitchen hacks. So look in the blog post and I'll put links to the products that I use and you can check those out. So I hope you guys have a great day and I hope you can use some of these kitchen hacks, some of these life hacks. And like I said, if you know a really good one, drop it below in the comments so we can all learn something new and use it. Okay, I hope you guys have a great dinner and I'm going to finish my dinner and I'll see you next time. Thanks.